Chapter 17 of the Scarlet Letter. Pester is in the forest calling out to Dimmesdale. When they reach each other, they question the other's existence. They proceed to speak about mundane topics before questioning whether the other has found peace. Dimmesdale explains how he has not found peace and how the town's reverence only makes it worse. He then wishes for a friend. Hester explains how he has a friend in her, but that Chillingworth is evil and the enemy he was also speaking about. Hester realizes she hurt Dimmesdale by not revealing him in Chillingworth, by observing his reaction. Despite this, Hester indicates that Chillingworth was her husband. Dimmesdale becomes angry at Hester, but she says that he must forgive her and allow God to punish. At these words, Dimmesdale forgives Hester and explains how Chillingworth is more sinful than either of them. Then, Dimmesdale worries that Chillingworth will reveal their sin and expresses his inability to live near him. Hester says that he must leave, but Dimmesdale wonders whether he should instead die. Hester indicates he should not, and says that he can hide from Chillingworth in another place, in Europe or the wilderness. But Dimmesdale is scared and fears leaving alone. Hester, however, indicates that he must leave and says that she will go with him. Chapter 18 of the Scarlet Letter. After proposing that they leave together, Hester knows that as she has been removed from society, leaving will be easy for her. But Dimmesdale is constrained by rules and is important to the society he lives in, so leaving will be hard for him. Despite his weakening state, due to the trials of the past years, he decides that it is a good last act before dying, or may actually give him peace, and chooses to go. This has caused him happiness again. After this, Hester also decides to show how free she is by removing the Scarlet Letter and throwing it away, where it lands not in, but near the river, and removes her cap, releasing her hair and becoming beautiful again. Due to these actions, the sunshine of the forest finally falls on them. After these actions, Hester decides that she wants Dimmesdale to meet Pearl, and calls to her, despite Dimmesdale's fear that she may not like him. Pearl has been playing in the woods. She's been accepted by nature, and has been playing with animals and dressing herself in flowers. So, as she approaches Hester and Dimmesdale, she looks like a kindred spirit with nature, but slowly approaches because she can see Dimmesdale. Symbols in the Scarlet Letter. In the Scarlet Letter, the forest, or trees, symbolize nature's conflict with society, freedom versus rules, as well as positive versus negative, and represent how humanity's structure destroys freedom. Water, or rivers, symbolize how sins can be forgiven, but at this point in the plot, neither Hester nor Dimmesdale has been completely cleansed of their sin, as shown by how the Scarlet Letter didn't land in the river. Light, or sunlight, symbolizes how, by rejecting society, Hester gains the favor of nature, and illustrates how nature and society are in conflict. Chillingworth symbolizes evil towards others is more harmful than societal construction of sin. Dimmesdale symbolizes how not all sins are equivalent, how hatred of self is more destructive than hatred of others, as shown by Hester's versus Dimmesdale's conditions, as well as hidden sin versus revealed sin. The letter A symbolizes removal of societal rule and construction of one's own, causing inner freedom and beauty to prevail. The heart symbolizes the pain felt from hidden sin and how it can be detrimental to one's conscience and shows Dimmesdale's weakening state versus Hester's thriving one. Vegetation and flowers symbolize youth and individualism through Pearl's flowers, how not conforming with what you don't agree with is favored by nature. It also symbolizes Pearl's ability to escape restrictive society through nature, shown by how nature and Pearl are both free. Pearl symbolizes how she's been removed since society, and so personifies the nature of human beings when unrestricted by Puritan constrictions of order. She's free in the wild. Triads symbolize how nature agrees with Hester and Dimmesdale's love, but not with their running away to escape sin, as shown by how Pearl foreshadows a failure in their plan with her hesitance. It also ties in with the debate on whether Dimmesdale should have revealed his sins. Connections to class. The Scarlet Letter is distinctly connected to McCarthyism. For example, McCarthy blamed others because it gave him power. He created examples out of people in order to achieve greater political heights. Similarly, the Puritan society in the Scarlet Letter built a prison and cemetery and made a spectacle out of Hester in order to have these similar examples. These examples allowed them to maintain the power over the colony that they needed in order to run it. This shows how McCarthy and the Puritan leaders were synonymous. Also, both societies were looking for an antagonist. The Puritan society disliked Hester, and the U.S. feared communism. This shows how both societies wanted to place the blame on others. The Crucible and the Scarlet Letter also have many similarities. In both literary works, the problem starts because of an affair, and they feature a theme of hidden sin. Dimmesdale has hidden sin in the Scarlet Letter, and Proctor in the Crucible. This hidden sin also weakened the relationship between Proctor and Elizabeth, and of Dimmesdale's health. In addition, these hidden sins gave Abigail in the Crucible and Chillingworth in the Scarlet Letter the power to do evil. Also, Proctor and Dimmesdale's main goal in the novel was to keep their good name up until the end. Finally, Elizabeth and Hester only lie to save who they loved or used to love. These examples show how the Crucible and the Scarlet Letter are connected.